Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Caboose XB. I'll bring you another Batman Arkham video, I guess you could say. And today we're going to be talking about some news that has been sitting out there in the ether for a little while now, and I haven't gotten around to reporting it until now, about the possibility that a brand new Arkham game could be in the works as we speak, and it will feature Damian Wayne as Batman in the not too distant future, and the Judge will be the main villain. For those of you who don't know who the Judge is, this is basically an alternate persona that Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face, takes on. So let's just dive right into this. This website known as bitesizeimpressions.com has been reporting for a little while now that a brand new Arkham game could be in the works. Now, are these guys reliable? Are they reputable? God knows. This is a random site. I've never seen it before in my life. I have seen these reports a couple times before from these guys saying, yes, there's going to be a brand new Arkham game. It is currently in development, I believe, by WB Games Montreal. And all these little reports came out, and he's just saying, or she is just saying, oh, it's my source. You know, my source is telling me this. I have a source that has all this information. And it's like, you know, do we trust this? Do we not? Well, I don't know. Let's just dive into what the information is right now on surface value about this new Batman Arkham game. So this is what the article basically says from top to bottom. It says the story will take place in the not too distant future, and the primary protagonist is actually going to be Batman's son, which is, of course, as we all know from the comic books, Damian Wayne. The city is alleged to be bigger and more populated than ever, which should satisfy the primary complaints that the fans had against Arkham City and Arkham Knight. The story won't unfold in the span of a single night, which indicates there may be a day-to-night cycle. It's unknown if the Batmobile will be playable, but the Bat Cycle is supposed to be making an appearance as a mode of transportation. Last but not least, you'll have opportunities to upgrade the Batcave. And of course, he goes on to continue to mention that we will be seeing the Judge being one of the villains in the game. So this is all really interesting information, and a lot of it sounds like it could be something that they would want to implement in another Arkham game if they were to be making one. And when I say they, I of course mean WB Games Montreal, because it seems like Rocksteady is done with the Batman Arkham franchise. You know, they wanted Arkham Knight to be their fitting end to the franchise, and Arkham VR is just a cool project that they got the opportunity to do. I, of course, got the chance to try it out. You'll see my impressions on that in a video coming very soon, but all I'll say is it was phenomenal, and it definitely was worth Rocksteady giving that one last go on the Batman Arkham franchise. But speaking about this alleged Arkham game that we have all this info for, well, it all kind of sounds too good to be true. You know, you have your day and night cycle, you have a populated city, you get to drive around the Bat Cycle as a form of transportation, everything like that. You get to upgrade the Batcave. That is such a cool idea. But at the same time, it sounds like these are things that someone on Reddit would post as their wish list for another Arkham game. You know, it doesn't sound like a legitimate thing that they would be implementing into another Arkham game. What would you have the purpose for upgrading your Batcave? What exactly does that do for you? You know, I understand upgrading your Batsuit and your gadget and your Bat Cycle. What exactly does upgrading your Batcave do for your character's progression in the game? Absolutely nothing. It is your home. It is nothing to do with how your character performs in-game when you're playing it. I guess maybe upgrading it would be to add more Easter eggs. You know, you can upgrade it and add the dinosaur. You can upgrade it and add the giant penny. Something like that. But besides that, it's like, there's absolutely no point to upgrading a Batcave. So when I hear something like that, I think either this is fake or they are adding completely trivial stuff to the next Arkham game. However, the day and night cycle does sound extremely interesting. If that ends up being true, I would like to see a day and night cycle in an Arkham game just to feel like time is passing, you know. I'm not sitting there for 10 hours and it's still nighttime and it's still raining. Although I'll say this much, seeing Batman glide around in the morning would be a little weird. Granted, you are playing as Damian Wayne, so it wouldn't necessarily be Bruce Wayne Batman, and maybe it can make a little more sense, but just seeing Gotham in general with the sun out and looking all pretty, it just doesn't work for me. You know, that's more of a Metropolis vibe. So maybe if they went with a daytime and it was still cloudy and raining and looked all gloomy, that could work. But other than that, I'm not sure exactly how a day and night cycle would work with an Arkham game. Now, some seeds have definitely been planted in the Arkham universe or in the Arkham franchise in general to suggest that Damian Wayne, Robin, does exist in the universe. You know, there's that piece of dialogue from Batman Arkham City where Talia is saying to Bruce, you know, we had that one special night in Metropolis, obviously suggesting that they got it on, and, you know, Talia could have gotten pregnant at that time and gave birth to, of course, Damian Wayne. But at the same time, it's like, what was important about Damian Wayne's character being introduced in the comics is that Bruce was still around. You know, he was there to raise the kid and try to teach him wrong from right. In Arkham Knight, or in the Arkham franchise in general, especially after Arkham Knight, it almost seems like Bruce is gone into the shadows. So how exactly would that work? Would he still be alive, as I suggest in my ending explained video, which you can check out on the channel? Or is he dead? Is Bruce no longer around? You know, did he move to Italy to sit across the table and nod at Alfred while Alfred's drinking his tea? I don't know what I'm going on about here, but, you know, what I'm trying to say here is it's important to the character of Damian Wayne in becoming Batman that he knows wrong from right, that he understands what taking on the Batmantle means as a responsibility. So is he going to be that already? Is he going to know those responsibilities already? Are we going to have an old man Bruce scenario where he's kind of going to be our Alfred in the game? That would be really awesome. Or are they going to completely ditch the Damian Wayne aspect and create a completely new character that is Bruce Wayne's son, in which we get to spearhead this character into the Batman mythos and be able to take control of his path and where he gets to go as a character? I think that could be something really ballsy and really cool, because in this article, it doesn't specifically state that we will be playing as Damian Wayne. It just says we're going to be playing as Batman's son. Honestly, I have no clue. All this information, like I mentioned, sounds a little too good to be true, but it also sounds like something they could definitely be working on. After Arkham Knight's extremely ambiguous ending, it's almost certain that we won't be able to take control of Bruce Wayne as Batman again if there were to be another Batman Arkham game. So the fact that we would be playing as Bruce Wayne's son, or maybe even in a Batman Beyond scenario, definitely makes sense. We're just going to have to wait and see what ends up happening. I do hope that there is going to be some more Batman Arkham down the line. You guys know I love the franchise, and I'd love to play some new installments of the game. I thought WB Games Montreal did a fantastic job with Arkham Origins. It's one of the best written of the entire franchise. Now, granted, when it comes to gameplay and everything like that, that's a different story. But when I'm talking about the writing and the story itself, it was extremely well done. So if WB Games Montreal gets another shot at the Arkham franchise, I certainly think that they can knock it out of the park, especially with some of these big ideas they possibly could have brewing, as we're hearing right now. But with all that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you'd like to read this article, you can check out the link in the description box below. I'm CaboosXBL. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.